Okay. We are going to talk about recognizing and identifying the presence of HazMat. What are some of the ways that you know you're dealing with a HazMat?
The placard.
Placard? Okay.
Smoke.
What's that?
The smoke.
Smoke. Got some funny looking smoke that could be an indication.
Presence of unconscious or asphyxiated victims.
Yeah, that's a good one. What else?
The driver tells you.
Yeah. What else?
Rude smoke.
Free smoke, yes. Icky bad smoke. What else?
Smells.
Smells, yes.
Situational awareness.
Yes,
Looking
using your
at your
situational awareness. Okay.
Containers.
Containers, yes. For sure. All right, we're going to talk about, there's 7 listed in our book. It's going to follow along. Let's see, what are we on page 30, 31, where we start? Okay, so this is a fairly long chapter. It's the longest one in the awareness section. Like I said, we're going to get halfway through today. That's our goal. And then we'll finish it up in the room. Human hazard classes, divisions, talk a bit about placards. How to identify and understand those. All right, objective 1, 7 clues to the presence of hazardous materials. That is on page 32. So if you respond to a hazardous materials incident, you want to have as much information as possible. The more information you have, the better able you are going to be to make decisions and to mitigate the incident. So take a little bit of extra time and figure out what you're dealing with. So this is one of the extra slides actually. So just, it's not slow, we're going to slow down a little bit. Take that time, really know what you're dealing with and how we're going to best make decisions with that information. Failure to do so can result in a bigger incident or injury, fatalities. Remember, as we talked about before, if you are incapacitated, not only do you're not doing any good for the incident, you've now created another problem that is going to require resources to address. Make sure you have the right PPE. Don't enter the contaminated area unless you have the right PPE, the right training, and you're authorized to do so. Our normal duty uniform does not offer the chemical protections that most HazMat incidents need. Most chemicals require training, PPE, and such well beyond what we expect from awareness personnel. So in talking about hazardous materials, I think it's pretty common sense to say the closer you are, the more likely you are to be exposed or to suffer damage from that. So the further away you can be, the better. So we're going to talk from the safest way to identify HazMat all the way up to what is considered the most dangerous to responders. Okay, so the first one would be locations, occupancy types, and pre-incident surveys. So tell me about that.
So like places that have big chemical things like chemical plants, maybe doing a pre-incident of like how they have shut off valves or where to locate those shut off valves.
Yeah, definitely. And what else would you want to know? Yeah, what is it?
You'd want to know your response area, so you'd want to know the evacuation area, the evacuation radiuses for all those chemicals
Okay, good.
that could potentially be hazardous.
Okay,
If there are any victims, if we need resources for
that
that.
would be, yeah, that would be after. So we're thinking, like our pre-fire.
Oh,
plans.
free.
Yeah.
Okay.
So knowing that, what's that?
How much?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, what else?
Maybe if it reacts to water.
Good, yeah. What its properties are. And then also, how do you respond to it? So different chemicals are gonna have different responses, right? So we wanna know that stuff ahead of time. In our, what is it, I Spy? We can pull up the pre-fire plans, and so if you pull up your pre-incident, it'll tell you what's in there, like you said, where the shut-off valves are, and how we mitigate the incident, what it is, how much it is, what the hazards are. And if we had an incident, we don't have to be real close, right, if we, to look at the pre-incident survey, so relatively low risk to us. How about, looking at, occupancy type? Maybe you don't have a pre-incident. What is the occupancy type?
What, like what the place is used for,
Yeah.
if it's a store, or a residential house.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So is it a house? Is it a clinic? Is it a warehouse? Is it a laboratory? Can you guys think of some places in our response area that we would be suspicious of hazardous materials?
Mosquito.
Yes,
Mhm.
absolutely. Do you guys know where that is? The mosquito control in Keeson. Where else?
Machine shops or garages.
We have another big one coming in off Kennedy there. I think it's detailing and painting, so that's gonna be a significant risk to us.
The place that has, was it engines being like built underneath helicopter parts?
Oh, right, yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's down on Van Giesen in the basement and not quite sure all the chemicals that are in there, but there's some bad ones.
What about that
Cool.
clinic right down the
The
line?
clinic, yes, yep, definitely. What kinds of things do you think you'll find in there?
Depends on the size, but if they have any radiological devices like X-ray machines are the smallest.
Oxygen.
Oxygen, yeah.
Precious.
Good. Different types of gases.
You got the other urgent care that just came in right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you got the welding shop.
Yes,
Mhm.
yeah, what do you think you'll find in there? Welding stuff.
Welding, everything.
Yeah, all those things that go into welding. What else? Schools. Might have stuff in there. With finger beads.
I was just thinking most of them have those gas tanks
There.
for chemistry lab.
Pools?
Yeah.
Not commercial, but we do have the wastewater treatment plant and we get called for smell of chlorine.
What about CRC for that? I mean,
Yeah, that's not in our actual jurisdiction, but it is close enough that likely that we would respond.
Do they have like neighborhoods in West Richland where they have like a strip that has nothing because of the gas line? Like that at all?
I'm sorry, so neighborhoods that what?
Like there's like a strip with no houses, because that's where the gas.
Oh,
line is.
so we do have a lot of natural gas going through here. And yeah, you certainly don't want to build a house on top of it.
Like near my neighborhood, like you'll just like house strip of nothing.
Okay,
That's
yeah,
how the
there's
gas
probably a bigger line going through there than. Yeah, we had string of incidents when they were putting in stuff over off of Belmont, where people kept hitting the gas lines.
Gas station.
Gas station,
Yeah.
good, okay. All right, how about the wineries?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's something that some of the wineries or distilleries have?
Houses.
You know what kind?
I'm blanking on.
Okay, think of a simple asphyxiant.
Oh, yes, yes.
What's that?
Is it carbon dioxide?
Or carbon dioxide. There's one right by station 430. Anytime we have an alarm there, we're supposed to back up because you could have the CO2 leak there. And would you be able to smell it? So it's gonna displace the oxygen, you're gonna go down without even knowing. Okay. So second, would be, oh, actually I should touch on this, but, in addition to, occupancy type, we have locations. What's the difference between a location and an occupancy type?
Location is a physical place where an occupancy type is a classification for a known building.
Okay, great. Okay, so, portion of our transportation locations.
Like cat.
Look on page 33. 33 and 34.
Wow, road.
Which of the roadways are more likely to have hazardous materials transported on that? The highway, yeah. Van Giesen, yeah. What else? Was it? More likely here on Bombing Range than maybe on Blue Heron. So less likely in residential, still the possibility. So Mandy mentioned one of our areas where we have frequent rollovers or tip over. Where's that? I've never called that anybody else.
I do too, yeah.
And around there. Other places like blank corners or tight corners. Do we have railways in our jurisdiction?
We cross them.
We
When
do.
we transport.
Okay, so we don't have actual railways in District 4, but really close to us, and we do. Did you guys know that we had a train derailment with a spill? Yeah, last week. I think initially they said a few hundred gallons, and it turned out to be, I can't remember the last figure, it was like 2,000 or 4,000
Was that the
gallons.
one that went into the river?
Yeah, was that a problem?
Yes.
That's where all the ducks.
What spilled?
Was it diesel? Fuel. So I didn't read up too much on it. How about waterways?
Instead of the
Canals.
canal,
The
yeah, you got the canal that runs through.
What else?
Yakima River.
Yakima. Yeah. I actually went on a HazMat incident to the Yakima. There's some places that are super shallow. We don't have like a lot of, we don't transport, like, you think of like the Columbia River, you see barges and stuff on the Columbia River, but our section of the Yakima is so shallow that you really can't send high capacity. Like transport through there. Airways? That's something we have to be concerned about. Yeah, we got that Richland Airport real close. You got the Pasco Airport. If anything happens significant, we'll probably end up there. Do we have pipelines?
Something that we went on that wasn't technically a hazmat, but we did a cow rescue type thing one day. Do you remember that? I went on that.
Right.
And there is, what is it, it's in cow poop, what is it?
Methane.
Yeah, and it's really bad to absorb into your skin.
I think any kind of poo.
Yes,
That's-
so I remember we were there and someone was like, you gotta get that washed off of you as fast as you can, cause it can give you a blood infection.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, oh, gross, that's why I'm itching. Yeah,
So
That was also-
I worked cattle for a long time.
I never thought about it. I thought it was a cool call. I was really excited to do
Yeah.
it. And then I got out and like, you want a shower? I'm like, well, obviously.
Yeah.
But then they went into detail. I was like, oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry, another location being like the ranches.
Yeah, for sure. All right, next we look at basic container information. And then transportation placards, markings and labels, we have to get a little bit closer to it. the non-transportation hazmat markings and labels with the non-transportation hazmat marking. Where would you find one of those?
On fixed containers, maybe?
Where else?
Gas stations.
Can they be on boxes? Inside the
Boxes
boxes.
or, oh, at an SDS.
Oh, safety.
Safety, yeah. This one is one of the ones we don't want to use necessarily. Certainly don't want to taste and smell to find out.
Because I think it's,
What's that?
because I think it's. Just pass out.
Yeah. Yeah, then a monitoring and detection device, that means you have to get pretty darn close to it. So that's what you at most risk. Hazardous material, how can you tell?
For sure.
You can tell because of the way it is.
Oh, she, the pressure.
The pressure, yeah. This?
Yeah.
Yeah, how do you know?
Danger.
Gator.
Freaking bread.
How about this?
Yes.
Probably. Yeah, maybe. So it's not a necessarily considered like a hazardous materials facility, but it could have hazmat in it. Okay, how about this? Yes. So what here tells you that this might be hazardous material?
The yellow link to waste.
You have a, if you zoom in, you can see it says hazardous waste. Yeah, that's probably a pretty good clue. Okay, how about this one? Placards? Placards, okay. What about that?
So for the last one, with the container being yellow, does that matter? Or they-
We don't know the answer to that. I will find out and get back to you. I was wondering if maybe just like the one across the manual.
Maybe. I've seen it.
Right here, this is right. Hazmat facility?
Probably not.
No. But could it have hazmat? Could it have a clandestine,
Yes.
drug line?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sometimes surprised by some of these really nice neighborhoods we go to, nice homes. And I'm like, why are you making drugs there? Your place is so nice.
Cause that's how they afford the nice house.
You don't appreciate this house. All right, so we've identified, it's the hazmat incident. Where it is level, what are they gonna do?
Resources.
First what?
Identify.
Part
Isolate,
of which,
Oh, and
analyze.
analyze, okay? And then they're gonna, so they analyze it. Yeah, that's hazmat. What are we gonna do next?
Deny.
Deny, okay, and then what?
Contact,
All right, what are the 7 clues to the presence of hazmat? You can look back in your book. 32. Okay, what's number 1? Say this. What is it? Say it loud and proud.
Okay, occupancy types and pre-incident service.
Okay? Pretty safe to us? Give us number 2.
basic container information.
Okay? 3.
Transportation placard, markings and labels.
Uh-huh. And 4.
Non-transportation hazmat markings and labels.
Okay, good. How about 5?
hazard info and reference sources.
Okay. Number 6.
History clues including victim signs and symptoms.
And what's number 7?
Monitoring and detection devices. Detection devices.
We covered a lot of this already, but. Yeah. my gosh, did I just lose our? Stand by. I was trying to fix this. Sometimes it's readily apparent, but sometimes it's not. So always maintain your situational awareness. We talked about this. There's so many things. So in a house, we're gonna have hazardous materials almost inevitably, right? These are all things we can come in contact with. I think we talked about it in the last chapter. What is the most common hazardous materials?
Flammable gases.
Hydrocarbon? Gasoline, diesel fuel, oil, natural gas, and both liquid and gas. So 75% of all hazardous materials transported throughout North America. We have the added complication. Can be, there can be fire, there can be explosion, vapors, property damage, and then environmental pollution. So the one we had last week. What are we concerned about with that diesel spill?
Environmental impact and.
Like how so?
The fish in the river, the ecosystem, bugs, plants.
Yeah.
Ducks.
What'd you say?
Ducks.
Ducks.
Drinking
Dude, this
water.
might be the week you get like 10 of them,
Well,
because they're all, you know,
They just float into the.
talk about getting lame ducks.
maybe you got them.
So the awareness level, you need to have an idea of like what's transportation. Where's the railroad? Which are all pointing. Yeah,
Vanities.
yeah, you said in 240.
Yes.
Papertown Bridge. We talked about where we're more likely to see hazardous materials transported, so probably the interstate. Maggie's and coming over here, bothering. Each mode has particular location, so 82 wanted to do. Our area is growing, it's gonna become more congested. We're increasing the frequency of probably traffic incidents. Always the potential of bridges, tunnels, blind intersections. Filling stations.
What comes with an eye control process?
That's a great question. So that would be, like at 240 Van Giesen, they have, a, like arm that comes down that signals that there's a train coming through. Out in some areas like in Finley, some of those rural areas, they have the, lights up that indicate rail crossing, but they don't have the arms that come down. You can also have, like on the roadway, you can have a, like a 4-way stop that, maybe one side has stops, but the other doesn't, or maybe no lights. Loading and unloading facilities, certainly potential there. Bridges, trestles, tunnels, I always hear stories about drivers underestimating the size of their vehicle and hitting the bridge.
Didn't they do that in Kennewick, like, this past year?
Possibly.
Like, I think it was like a dump truck of the sort,
Okay.
just it hit it and it just took down the
Mhm.
truck.
I don't wanna make that phone call, hey boss.
Was right, like, heading to the mall. That
Mhm.
overpass.
Yeah, okay. That has the potential, they could, be a big city, if you shut down a bridge or a tunnel, it can have a huge impact on, commerce. uh, On people. Shallow areas, sometimes, a barge will go around. Other areas. Good crop dusters around here. Yeah, I dated a guy many years ago, he was a farmer, and he used to fly to Vegas with his crop duster, the guy who worked for him, in the chemicals, and he had told me that his crop duster had crashed 7 times. I was like, do you think it's safe to fly with him? He's like, well, he hasn't died yet, so.
Those guys are crazy.
They are crazy, holy heck.
They always scare the crap out of me.
All sorts of different, places where you could have problem. Okay, is this a problem?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it has a potential to be a really huge problem. Where do we just have, some areas that flooded? You guys watching the national? Florida, North Carolina.
Did it Walla flood like a few winters ago?
Probably, we flood here quite a bit. actually. Yeah. How about this, is this a problem? You guys know where this is?
Everglades.
It is Westridge.
What?
Really? Crap.
You guys do get rain.
I do that, it's like spring.
Sometimes we get other people's rain, it comes down, down the street, but yeah, this was 2010.
Where is this?
It's changed so much since
I'm
2011.
trying to see where we're up on the moon.
Oops, I was gonna zoom in, but I can't, sorry. It's like on Pilot's blog, he had a few pictures. This doesn't affect us really, but in like coastal areas. Tides can be affected. High profile locations, this is specific to like weapons of mass destruction. So terrorist or a bad guy want to inflict as much damage or perceived damage. They want to hurt people and scare people. And so how are they going to do it?
By hitting the most populated places. Big groups.
Yeah, high population or high things that are like significant or critical infrastructure. But think about what's an open access event?
Like a public event.
Yeah.
I mean, when we do our open house, that's an open event. When we do our open house.
That's open.
Church,
Church. Maybe not necessarily open access. I guess it depends on the church.
The Veterans Parade.
Yeah,
Veterans Parade.
that's also a possibility. We have a lot of people there.
That Iron Man.
Very many, yeah. I'd be real mad. I could.
I know.
What about the gorge?
Apple Center,
The Apple Center?
those things.
High profile locations.
The
Nuclear sites. Would that,
the nuclear city.
oh, that would be a big problem. The hospital? Hospital, yeah, critical infrastructure. Federal building? Maybe? I was just gonna say, do you guys remember 9/11, but probably most of you don't.
Yeah, I do. It's
What areas did they?
the Pentagon and the.
Yeah, where's the White House?
Stuff there, at the World Trade Center. Stuff there.
We got government facilities, financial institutions, we're gonna take out our big system, schools, hotels. What would like targeting a school do?
Closest
Align the resources to a school.
Think about what is your trace MP?
Would be psychological.
It would be a really emotional event, it really created a lot of trauma for not just the people involved, but people outside. Places of worship. Parks. Tourism, was it, what was the country? A couple days ago that they shot at the Spirit Airlines.
Oh, that was
That was in
in
Haiti.
Florida, they were gonna go to Haiti.
Okay, yeah, so they were targeting the tourist industry,
What?
public transportation systems. And airports. So we hear periodically about subway attacks. Public events, Super Bowl, big sporting events. Concerts. Marathons. Marathons. Los Angeles, yeah, yes. What do you think? That's fine. Yeah. We're gonna get the exhausted, since we got a lab inside, where do we find labs?
Yeah, no.
Hospitals,
What is it? Hospitals?
hospitals.
You can't see it at the hospital, yeah, PNNL, down like in Richland's response area. All right, it is 2:03. I think it's time for. Okay. So cannabis, yeah, don't know how to say it, CBD operations, concern for us. Where are we gonna find it?
Grow farm.
Inside of Sherman. Yeah, anywhere.
Wait, there's all-
Was that?
Wait, there's one here. And then.
Yeah, I mean, these illicit labs don't advertise.
They do.
Put it like out front, illegal drug lab. But yeah, so they made homes. I don't know exactly what they were manufacturing, but right over here. There was a home that was raided and a bunch of people arrested. Really nice home across the street from a former West PD sergeant. Some of these, yeah, they don't follow safety laws and regulations. Would be super dangerous. Might not be super careful about how they store their chemicals. And then sometimes they're booby trapped. So that certainly, your wildlife people, did they talk to you about illegal grows and stuff and how to be aware and to protect yourself? No. Okay. I have not encountered it here. I have on some of my fires out of town. And usually the people there make it pretty well known, but they don't. Just be aware. Drugs a problem around here? Are they becoming more of a problem? What, what's one of our big ones that we're faced with right now? Fentanyl. 50, 100 times stronger than morphine. What is it? In your book, it talks about, a lethal dose is 2 milligrams, which is the size of 2 to 3 grains of salt. We could encounter this. It take a lot of. What's that?
This morning, you want to talk an hour later?
Probably later.
Okay,
What do you know about fentanyl?
bad stuff,
Candy.
good stuff too.
Yeah.
Why, are we talking about fentanyl?
We're just going.
Well, HazMat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad stuff. And the other one, crocodile.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what we discussed.
What is it?
Crocodile.
Oh, crocodile,
Crocodile?
Crocodile.
something like that. It's
That's-
sedative.
Where do you buy yours?
It's not a-
Yeah, like that.
I didn't know that.
You know what potentiate means?
What is it?
It makes fentanyl better.
Try that back.
Yeah,
But
it
like-
maximizes the effect, so.
Potentiate means make something better. What makes it work better? We used to potentiate fentanyl with Ativan.
Yeah, the combination.
What was it, morphine and one of the antiemetics, I can't remember.
Better again?
Yeah, I can't remember.
You don't do that word. It's crocodile, whatever,
Mhm.
makes fentanyl like better, but it's really necrotic mean.
Yeah.
Super narcotic, like people's limbs are falling off.
Oh, that's the stuff with they mix it with force tranquilizer.
Yeah, in
Yes.
Philadelphia,
Yes.
whatever that neighborhood is.
Yeah.
Crocodile.
We're doing it on the west side too.
Like, how'd that happen?
How did it happen?
Crocodile is popular in Africa.
Yeah, it came from Russia, they think,
That makes sense.
and then supposedly came from Russia and they were mixing it with fentanyl because it makes fentanyl better, and then people get hooked on that. What's scary for us is, and they've seen it in Seattle, they haven't seen it over here, a little bit in Portland. What's scary for us is Narcan will take away fentanyl, but it won't touch the crocodile. or
Yeah.
Stuff's called, so it like rots flesh.
Yeah,
It's very black with that.
I might have heard about it being in Yakima in a few select cases.
Of course.
I might have, that's not verified.
Unconfirmed sources.
It would even go away with the narcotic drip.
It's not a narcotic, it's a sedative. It's like a Versed.
Powerful
So that's why
opioid
it's kind of,
derivative
Yeah, it's
of
like-
codeine. Like heroin.
why is it causing?
So it's just,
I can't remember what the patient had, if you were on that one, but we got called, I was first arriving, he was unresponsive. His girlfriend was doing CPR. I probably pushed a little too much Narcan. Took away that, but I think it was. Maybe Narcan and. I can't remember, but anyways, yeah, upper and downer, I
Meth?
took away yeah, it could have been meth, I don't know, but. Holy heck, we had to chase him down and tackle him because he was freaking out.
and they mix meth and heroin, and they call it a speedball.
Kind of like when you're mixing alcohol with like Red Bull, that was killing people.
Back in the day. I never had it. Okay,
Okay. Anyway, it's out there. I know that recently,
oh, tell about Tony's coat,
Tony's what I don't
Tony's
know.
overdose. Well, there's
Tony
like
overdose?
4 people, no, there's like, he got called up to, I don't know.
Oh,
But they got called for an overdose and he gets there and one person's on the ground dying. And another person's kind of doing the wobble and they go down. I think he had 3 or 4 overdoses in one house.
An overdose MCI.
Yeah. They took all what,
That was in the MPD meeting.
Yeah.
Oh, did they talk about it? Yeah.
2 or 3 Richardson units just because he's running out of heart.
Mhm.
So, gotcha.
Yeah, thank goodness somebody was able to call 911 before they all went down. I know that recently, a law enforcement officer was exposed. Fortunately, they do carry Narcan, and he was able to self-administer.
Yep.
There can happen, be aware.
Okay, bye. Okay.
Oh,
Okay, what are the problems with cannabis operations and clandestine drug laboratories?
They can be anywhere.
Yes. And what about the storage and safety measures associated?
There's no Lighting safety. system.
Yes, we don't have the
needles on the
OSHA
ground.
coming in. What's that?
Needles on the ground.
Needles on the ground.
Mhm.
All right, pre-incident surveys, we talked about those. Kind of gives us a lot of information there that we might need. It gives us our building features, characteristics, we talked about that, access egress. And then this is another important one, this is gonna be on our pre-fire plans, our pre-incident. Is that the responsible party, they have their phone number, so we can call them up like, hey, it's over here, and they can give us information. But it does need to be updated, things change. So sometimes, like even as insignificant as maybe that responsible parties change or their phone numbers change, but we have to always update them because. You know, maybe they've got different people, maybe they had, they've changed the layout of their building or, you know, anything's changed that could affect our response, so we, those of you on shift, how often are we doing our pre-fire plans? Yearly? Yeah, we're gonna visit them yearly. So when you guys get to shift, they to help with those. It's actually kind of cool because you get to go get in the buildings and you can see, it's a great opportunity for us to see what's in the building, how it's laid out, so if you ever do respond. We had one at the Service Master. It's the carpet, were you on that fire? Okay, so we were on that fire,
It was B shift.
It was B shift.
Before I got.
before you were. Yeah, it was, I've been in there a couple times for pre-fire and I knew that, oh, this isn't a great place to be in here, because we knew that, like, there was a bunch of stuff and it could cause, but we also knew there were a lot of different chemicals. It was cool because I got there, I was safety, the guy handed me a book. Here's the SDS, this is everything that's in the building. Oh, like awesome.
That the one by Lincoln?
Yeah, but I didn't have time to read the SDS. So I was like, okay, tell me what the big problems are. Okay, why do we have to update them?
They changed.
They changed, okay. All right, we're gonna talk about some basic container information that can help us identify. We're gonna get in depth on containers in chapter 5, I believe. So everything and more you ever want to know about containers. All right, so indicators presence of HazMat, storage vessels, tanks, containers, packages, vehicles. Look at those, clues that might say you've got hazardous materials. What do you think? HazMat?
Yeah.
Okay, why do you think that?
Containers.
Because of the way it is? Yeah, so we've got different features here. We got maybe the shape can tell us, or here, what does that say? Can you guys see it? Corrosive, yeah, it's corrosive. How about here?
Corrosive, toxic,
Radioactive, toxic, corrosive, so that's
toxic, you know, the school.
darn. It's fine if, when it's in its container. Here's one for you. Why do cars carry shipment and ships carry cargo? That's it, that's all. Park in the driveway, drive in the parkway. Okay, so cargo tank, where would we find those? Chips. Rail car on
That'd be
the
great.
railway, cargo is on the roadway, and then portable tank, you might see, it's train, we had one outside of, portable tanks, like, tanks that can be moved. Trying to think of I forget the name of them, but you find different materials in them. Let's see, what page are we on?
39.
30, oh my god, I had it already, page 70, so we're not even close there. Okay. What's a bulk container?
More than a liquid containing more than 119 gallons.
Okay,
More than a solid, more than 882 pounds, or gas. Actually, I don't understand that one. Water capacity is 1,000 pounds or greater as a receptacle for a gas. So 1,000 pounds or more of gas.
yeah, you could hold 1,000 pounds I don't want to say it wrong, so let me get back to you on that, okay? So, kind of random weighs 119 gallons, and it's because we're in America and we do things weird. 450 liters. 400 kilograms. Okay. So the big thing, bulk is big. Bulk is small, so bulk. Non-bulk. All right, so a bulk is, yeah, greater than 119 gallons, greater than 882 pounds, and then that, let me see if I can get you an illustration for that. Okay, so non-bulk, those can be things like drums. What's a drum? Yeah, so like the barrel, carboys, bags. So that's gonna be a liquid less than 119 gallons. The solid mass of less than 882. And the gas that's less than 1,000 pounds. What's a composite package? So a little more than a box. So it's like a box with a receptacle in. So I think they used in here the example of a wine box. So it wouldn't make much sense to just pour wine into a cardboard box. It would make a mess, so you have to have that liner in there. Box. Okay, what's the difference between bulk and non-bulk? Big, non-bulk, not big, okay, good. Okay, so pay attention to those weights and sizes though. I would hazard to guess, like I said, I don't know the questions on the test, but
That's one that's on operations.
okay,
Yeah.
and so you'll need to know. Right, container pressure. Okay, so these are compressed gases. They're under pressure. Could be gas, liquefied gas, or gas dissolved in a liquid. Oh, that's a bad day. Holy heck. I should find you guys pictures of, we had an incident out at the, down in Patterson, the natural gas. What's it, oh. Let me see if I can find pictures, anyway, it blew, and it blew something like this size out through a building. Yeah, there's some pictures. I wish I could find those pictures. It was insane. All right, well, why does this happen? Okay.
Dent, crack.
Yeah. Failure of the container somehow. Okay, I don't know, it's a pressurized container,
The shape of the container.
which is,
Round.
So here, we don't want this to pop off, it's under pressure, so we need to make sure it's good secure. So it almost looks like the lug nuts on it. So that is, and then it's got a pressure gauge there. So there's a lot of clues here. Okay, so we've got the bolted catch there. Got a pressure gauge. And we have a little number here. Yeah, what is 1,000?
No, yeah, no, yeah. And hydrants.
I didn't know that. But what it says though. Okay, so look at 1,005. Tell me what it says.
Those are toxic or corrosive, may be fatal if inhaled, ingested, or absorbed through skin.
Okay. What section of the book did you go to find them?
Well, I looked at the yellow pages and told me guide 125.
Okay. If, now I only have the name, I don't have the number. So, but I know it's in ammonia, anhydrous ammonia, so find that, where do you find it?
Blue pages.
Blue pages? Anhydrous ammonia. Oh, let's see, I'm gonna go 125. Not on fire, I just have a spill. What do I need to do?
Start evacuation.
What's the time?
Athletes will leak area for at least 100 meters or 330 feet in all directions.
Okay. What else do we need?
You said it's not on fire.
Not on fire.
Medium pressure measure distance in the downwind direction.
It's highlighted green, so table 1. If there's a spill.
Highlighted green is toxic formulation hazard.
Ooh, that's bad. Oh, I just saw it. Okay, small scope.
100 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hard spill.
Table 3.
Oh. Let's give it 3. Don't worry, we'll go through it. We'll make you more confused. Don't you worry.
Does it only show small schools? Oh, wait.
Those are the large schools, right side.
That depends on what it's being held in.
The number is 1,005, that number was 45.
So for the large scale, it says refer to table 3.
Okay. Table 3.
The third table, look at third today.
Yep. That's right, that's your first day with it. You're not supposed to be proficient. You play with it. You should. More better in it. Thanks. Feel free. Good job. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Like I said, we're gonna spend more time with these, so get you guys comfortable with it. Your SCBA model of pressure container?
Good.
Yeah, how do you know?
Brought it in.
As a gate.
Okay, yeah, good, that's pressure gauge. And run it in. What happens if you snap this thing off? Okay, more pressure containers. Okay, what do we see here?
Rounded ends.
Fixed facility, that's not going in on a good day. Why cylinder, these are big. Why tone, yeah. Really big car. This is just giving you some awareness. And then like I said, we're gonna go really deep into it in operations. Okay, cargo tank, what do you think? Pressurized? Okay. Intermodal, what is intermodal?
Or enter between modal modes of transportation, so
Good,
trains to roadways to maybe flying, maybe any sort of transportation, maybe ships.
so yeah, think of like, you guys been out in like the port in Seattle? And you see those a lot.
Yeah,
So and they can stack these.
a lot of HazMat out there.
Yeah. So here's a pressure container, we've got the. So you can set them. This is gonna go by barge, and that's gonna go by. By truck. Okay. Under pressure? Yeah. Overfill, what do we do?
Release some air.
Okay, good.
Cycle thing.
All right, so a non-pressurized container, non-pressurized or low pressure. Bag, certainly don't want to have a pressurized bag. Bottles. Drums. Rail cars, fixed facility things, those are all different types of. I know that when I tested, back when we were like using chisel, stones, these were questions, had to know these. Open top floating roof tank, so as the, that roof actually moves with the, whatever's in the tank there. Oh, operating car. Bags. Except we're gonna get more in depth than that. Okay, how do we know it's a pressurized?
When it's rounded. Ends, there's curved.
What's that? And
When it has rounded ends or it's like curved.
It'll have a pressure relief system or like valve or whatever.
There's a gauge on it.
your brain's full. You got a little bit kind of. I'm not seeing so much pizzazz.
Well, we got one.
Do you guys want to work in your workbooks for a little bit? Okay. Close your eyes. Raise your hand if you want to work in your workbook.
As opposed to,
Not working in your
Yes.
workbook. Okay, I guess I should tell you your choices. Okay, you can work in your workbook or work independently, or we can continue lecture. Okay, so raise your hand if you wanna work in your workbook. Okay, raise your hand if you wanna continue lecture. Okay, I see some of you didn't vote. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, we're gonna
Or did someone vote twice?
all right, we voted, the majority was to continue on. Okay. Fixed storage container shapes. We also need to know these. We're not gonna find these on the roadway, we're gonna find these on we're stuck. Fixed.
Do we have any of those in our area? No, no.
Are they gonna say like water towers? Those are.
That's a storage container. Would it be under pressure?
No,
No.
No.
Atmospheric pressure.
I know there's one somewhere around here, walked up to it.
Yeah,
School.
over there.
Yeah.
Okay. What's this?
Average.
Is this from Star Wars?
It reminds me of The Incredibles.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we think? Pressure, non-pressure?
Pressure.
Pressure, why?
Here.
Okay. What are you gonna find in there?
I don't know, guys, I think it's gonna start walking.
Okay, so what are?
Flammable, corrosive, energetic, asphyxiant.
Energetic, has pizzazz.
Yeah, so I'm gonna ask, what is? Well, like, what does it mean by energetic?
It shows up to work every day, it's ready to go.
First tactic.
I would
It's
assume it
the-
means like high potential energy.
It could be conductive of electricity.
Nah.
Does it have a lot of potential energy?
The book definition. Characterized by possessing or exerting a high level of activity.
I think you're gonna say pizzazz,
Pizzazz, it's got pizzazz.
pizzazzing.
What is toxic?
It's not.
Average.
Not good. Not good,
Poisonous?
yeah,
Corrosive?
means I'm like grades.
Poisonous.
That would be toxic. So corrosive is it's got cause damage by gradually eating away. So that can be rusting, which is what kind of reaction?
Chemical. Chemical?
Oxidizing.
I was just gonna ask, anything that's corrosive would either be really acidic or really basic, correct?
I'm gonna go with yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good. Just say it with confidence. Yeah.
I can do that.
Okay. Asphyxiant?
CO2.
Prevents oxygen from combining in sufficient quantities with blood or from being used by body tissues.
Okay. All right, what happens if this fails?
I'm calling somebody.
We are somebody.
Special trained unit.
How can these fail?
Too much pressure. Maybe the pressure relief bills.
Some of it fails.
Container failure.
We have like, stressed.
Can I get soft spot?
Oxidation.
Like those legs.
But the legs left without them.
Like when they fail or something, like if they rusted, like.
Yep, you could have a failure, could also be, like mechanical damage or. Something runs into it, punctures it,
You guys think it would roll
it gets
away?
hit with like shrapnel, what's that?
You think it would roll away?
That would be amazing.
Like genuinely, like would it?
I'm gonna guess if there was a failure, it would go boom, explode. High pressure. What do you think? Yes, we got. Horizontal container with a rounded skin. What do you think might be in there?
Pressurized gas.
Okay. And so what toxic is what?
Poisonous.
Poison. Corrosive is what?
Acidic or basic.
Corrosive to your skin.
Break down or damages.
flammable, flammable, energetic. Okay. Contents will expand quickly. We think about our pressurized gas, so we pushed it down. It finds it out. Let me breathe. All right, what is this?
Fixed non-pressurized container.
Yeah, you might call it low pressure, non-pressure, atmospheric pressure. All right, all problems you might encounter here: toxic, corrosive, flammable, energetic, asphyxiant. How about this? We have a vertical cylinder with a cone bottom. What's gonna be in there?
Maybe grain.
Wine.
Yeah.
What, you said wine? Yeah, get a wine there, beer, yeah. What else? Grain. Grain,
Liquids.
milk. Okay, so. Figure out what it is, how are we gonna do it? Taste it. Hey, what clues can we use to identify?
The location.
Yeah, okay, good. What else?
The occupancy.
Yeah, okay, so we go down to the winery, the distillery, we're like, that's gonna be milk.
Yeah.
Yeah, now, we know what it is. Oh, I have a pretty good idea what it is. All right, these could all be problems for us. For dispensing solid slurry with a slurry. Not to be confused with the McFlurry.
A material that is somewhere in between a liquid and a solid.
When I think of slurry, I think of like. a slinky thing.
You know, like a slightly.
It seems like this is pretty consistent on everything, so. Could be toxic, could be corrosive, could be flammable, energetic, could be an asphyxiant. You wanna know more? How about a horizontal cylinder with flat ends, pressurized?
No.
Low pressure. Low pressure, atmospheric pressure.
So what would be some of the stuff that you would like finding that kind of?
Well, sometimes I see these at construction sites. They go over. I don't know, so how do I find out?
Fast.
Nobody to ask, what do I do?
Okay. The number. The 4-digit.
No. There might be a phone number that you call. But my agency's pretty on the ball, so we did some work ahead of time, so. What am I gonna look at?
The pre-incident plan.
Okay.
Your agency sounds pretty cool.
Oh, the agency. Sure.
Is that one say diesel on it? You know, why?
Oh, it does. Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
Easy. Okay. Yeah, so all liquid will have some sort of pressure. So if you think about even like you fill up a bag full of water, it's not pressurized, but if I poke a hole in it, what happens? There's a bit of pressure. All right. I think we covered that. How do we find out? Look at our clues. Look at our occupancy, look at the location, ask. Do pre-incident. Okay, pressurized? Not pressurized. Pressurized. Okay. Toxic, corrosive, flammable, energetic. It should be. It was just say like.
Should have like, I'm surprised there's not enough.
Yeah. Let's make one.
Yeah.
How about CFT? Okay. Let's see if I can figure it out. What did you say that was silly?
Phone.
What did you say? Oh, okay, maybe we don't want it on recording.
Oh, it was the acronym. It said feed seed.
Okay. You.
I heard beet seeds. Like, not like poo. Beet.
Neat as an S.
We'll find you guys a good picture of a jacketed road trailer. I can't find that very good examples, but I think you'll find pictures. Like, how amazing is this? Next one second. Oops. Awesome.
Are they pretty sweet?
It's not HazMat related, but it was pretty awesome.
Give me a couple paychecks out of there.
Give your first name.
Do it.
Said he'll give his first payment with a couple days.
Uh. So, rotailers may be jacketed, making the cross section look different than shown. I was trying to get a picture for you guys. If you have anything in your book. Okay. High pressure, low pressure? Mhm. What do you think might be in here?
So,
Corrosive force.
Where's the liquid?
It's some sort of chemical, because. Because it says chemical on the driver's side door.
Yeah,
If
so
you look really close.
you had your situation awareness, you were analyzing, you saw it said chemical, and you're like, yeah, there's probably a chemical in there, so. Okay, pressure or not pressure? Not pressure.
Oh.
Okay, we got a flat bottom, flat end there. What's 1203?
Gas.
Gasoline? Good. You see that one a lot?
Yeah.
What are some of our significant hazards about? Not under pressure. A little bit. All right, so this is horseshoe container, horseshoe shaped. So you can kind of see, not quite totally round. usually gonna carry a liquid, what's 1993? Look it up. What section are you looking at?
Yellow color.
Yeah.
True diesel. What could be,
Diesel fuel, flammable liquid, fuel oil.
shit, tree or weed killing could be,
Well, heck, I don't know, so.
ecologically dangerous.
So I don't really know what this is, but what am I gonna do?
That's the guide number.
Okay, so. Does it matter if it's a weed killer or a diesel fuel when we have a spill?
No.
We're gonna look at, what does it tell us to do when we,
Eliminate all. Eliminate all emission sources.
put your cigarette out?
All equipment must be grounded. Not
And
petrol.
include your radio? Yeah, what else?
Prevent entry into waterways, sewers, basements, or confined areas.
Okay.
Stop leak if you can do it without risk. So yeah, just trying to not let it get up. A vapor suppressing foam may be used to reduce vapors. Also absorb or cover with dry earth, sand, or other non-combustible material, transfer to containers. Use clean, non-sparking tools to collect absorbed material.
Flat end, low pressure. Okay, well, thermos bottle container. What is in here?
Refrigerated liquefied gases.
Okay. What would be? In our trace MP, what might be a problem there?
Thermal,
Thermal, yeah. How so?
probably really cold.
Um, Cryogenic liquid. So kind of cold. 530. Pretty cold.
Very.
Yeah, you can lose fingers, toes, limbs if you're. Maybe like instantaneous. Potentially.
Painful.
Yeah. Okay. Simpler chemical.
Sam,
Yeah, say it with confidence.
simple because it displaces solids.
Yeah. All right. Saturated with cryogenic, get it off. Okay. Go through here. Pressurized? No, that would be a terrible way to. Period. How do we know what's in here?
Mark.
Our
Shape.
You think the conductor might have seen information?
Yeah, yes, yes.
What about the drivers? Oh, here, hey, look at that, what's in 1942?
Ammonium nitrate.
Okay.
So fertilizer.
What about this one? What's in here? But this looks different than this, looks different than this, looks different than this. What do you think?
Mixed.
Red,
photo.
blue, red, so.
There's a bunch of different stuff. Where might we find like mixed? After this materials. Pretty. specific.
Like UPS. and
Yeah,
FedEx.
exactly. This is what I was trying to remember the name of this silly little container.
It's not like pesticides or anything.
Is that a cistern?
I'm gonna find out, I'm gonna remember. And we'll call you guys all at 3 this morning when I remember. Why do these look like this?
Because they're non-pressurized. They're intermodal.
Yeah. I mean,
Officially loaded for transport. Dispensing and pallet size.
easy to move. But move around. How do you know it's a cryogenic container?
The refrigerator. And the back.
Box cabinet on the end?
That was a lot.
Very strictly. Box on the end. All right, that is it for today. So what I'm gonna do, you guys can study for a little bit and then after that,